Hunter Biden's smoking gun emails emerge. Twitter prevents the spread of the information, and the ACB hearings are a kangaroo court. Before we get started with the news, if you're watching this video, I want to ask that you please go hit that subscribe button on my homepage, like this video, and share it with your friends. My analytics page that tells me 77% of my viewers are not subscribed. Shame on you. It's easy. It takes 2 seconds. Please go hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button on this video. I don't have a marketing team or a big fancy studio. I'm just a dude trying to share the information that I think is important in easy to understand ways. So if you like my content and would like to see more of it, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, and share this video with your friends. And if everyone who watched this video did that, if everyone who watched it shared it one time, I'll be bigger than Joe Rogan by the end of next week. Okay, now, I want to spend the first few minutes of this segment talking about what's on everyone's minds, the Amy Coney Barrett hearings. So, this morning I was watching the opening statements, the opening speeches, whatever, and all the Democrats had one line of attack. This is unprecedented. It's unprecedented. We can't do this. We can't nominate a Supreme Court justice in an election year. This is unprecedented. La, 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 la. We can't confirm him. Well, as I'm about to show you, Ted Cruz thoroughly dismantles this argument in 2 minutes. Let's watch real quick.
Legitimacy of these proceedings, and as John Adams observed, facts are stubborn things. The scenario of a Supreme Court vacancy occurring during a presidential election year is not a new thing. It has occurred 29 times in our country's history. Presidents have made nominations all 29 times. The precedent is unequivocal and uniform. When a vacancy occurs in a presidential election year, the president makes a nomination. That includes Republicans, that includes Democrats. A total of 44 people have served as President of the United States. 22 of them, half, have made a Supreme Court nomination during a presidential election year. What has the Senate done? Again, the precedent is clear. Of those 29, 19 of those occurred when the President and the Senate were of the same party. Of those 19, the Senate confirmed 17 of them. The precedent is clear for a long, long time that if the President and Senate are of the same party, the Senate, in all but extraordinary circumstances, confirms that nominee. How about when the Senate and the President are of different parties? That's happened 10 times. In that circumstance, the Senate has confirmed the nominee only twice. 2016, which our friends on the Democratic side invoke, and I understand why they invoke it, they were frustrated. 2016 was one of those instances in which President Obama was a Democrat, the Senate was in control of the Republicans. They had differing views on the kind of justices that should serve on the court. And so the election resolved those views. One example that has been pointed to, Senator.
Boom. Owned with facts and logic, as Ben Shapiro would say. Owned with facts and logic. So the entire argument for Democrats, because their argument of you're being hypocritical kind of fell apart after everyone started to point out that the argument of you can't elect a president in an election year was never the argument that the Republicans made. So after that happened, the argument kind of fell apart, and so then they started going with it's unprecedented. Well, now that's falling apart, and so now they're on the argument of, they just want to get rid of the Affordable Care Act. This would be so tragic. Except no one likes the Affordable Care Act. It's a trash bill. It's awful, not to mention unconstitutional. Besides that, the likelihood of the ACA getting overturned in the Supreme Court because of Barrett's nomination is slim to none. It's not going to happen. Okay? It's not going to happen. The other thing they're afraid of happening is that Amy Coney Barrett's confirmation is going to lead to the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Okay? That's also not going to happen. You might have, at most, with Barrett and Clarence Thomas, 3 at the most because of Neil Gorsuch. And I don't even think he would vote for it. So you might, best case scenario, you've got 3 judges that vote to overturn Roe v. Wade. Definitely not the 5 you would need. So this is just, it's all crazy. It's kangaroo court. Everyone's going crazy and losing their minds for no reason just because they don't want the people in the office that have a right to be there. Okay? They're trying to, once again, change the rules. When will they learn? Every time you change the rules, they're used against you. Donald Trump has been able to nominate 3 Supreme Court judges because the Democrats used the nuclear option and took it from a supermajority to a simple majority. This is on the Democrats. And quite frankly, the only person to blame for this seat being filled by Donald Trump is Ruth Bader Ginsburg. If she should have resigned during the Obama administration, and then Obama would have been able to replace her. But she didn't. She wanted to serve her life term. And then she thought Hillary Clinton, like the rest of us, she thought Hillary Clinton was going to win in 2016. So she didn't resign. If she had resigned earlier, say 2013, 2014, just 7 years ago, 6 years ago, she would have been fine. This would not have been an issue at all. Now, look where we're at. Democrats, stop trying to change the rules in the middle of the game. That makes you a cheater, and no one wants to play with cheaters. In fact, as we're about to find out, you're going to drive people into the other camp. So, what do I mean by that? Twitter has been under some fire for the past 24 hours, we'll say, less than, because they're not letting people tweet this article from the New York Post. So I'm going to show you real quick. I've copied it. I've got it ready to send. Hit tweet. And what's this message down here? We can't complete this request because this link has been identified by Twitter or our partners as being potentially harmful. Visit our help center to learn more. Not flagged as false information. Not flagged as a lie. Flagged as harmful. We can't complete this request because the link has been identified by Twitter or our partners as being potentially harmful. So I'm going to save that so that maybe... Oh, wow. They're not even letting me save it. Okay, cool. Thanks, Twitter. So as I tweeted out earlier, Twitter is intentionally blocking information. This is thought policing. This is 1984. This is George Orwell. This is Animal Farm. This is what a communist dictatorship looks like. Twitter is acting like the North Korean government. They are. So this National Review article, Twitter suspends Trump campaign account over video citing New York Post Hunter Biden report. Twitter suspended the Trump campaign's account on Thursday for attempting to tweet out a video calling Joe Biden a liar and citing leaked emails revealing high-dollar negotiations between his son Hunter Biden and foreign companies. The Trump campaign's Twitter account, @TeamTrump, attempted to tweet a video to its 2.2 million followers on Wednesday, along with the caption, "Joe Biden is a liar who's been ripping off our country for years." Mike Hahn, the Twitter Trump campaign's director of social media, tweeted a screenshot of Twitter's message reading, "Your account has been locked," and citing the tweet, which Twitter said violated our rules against posting private information. You may not publish or post other people's private information without their express authorization and permission, Twitter messages read. This is ridiculous. That's not private information. It is now public information that anyone can find. Twitter cites hacked materials policy to justify censorship of New York Post Hunter Biden article. Twitter said Thursday that it censored a New York Post article based on emails between Hunter Biden and a Burisma executive in accordance with its hacked materials policy. In line with our hacked materials policy, as well as our approach and to blocking URLs, we are taking action to block any links to or images of the material in question on Twitter. Okay, so if that's true, and I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm willing to give just about anyone the benefit of the doubt. If this is true, Why had they not blocked the oh, I forget who it was, New York Times, I think it was, article about Trump's tax returns? Why have you not blocked those? A Twitter spokesperson told National Review when why the platform was not allowing to share the Post's article. They're blocking it because private material. Whatever. Yeah, okay. You just don't want this to hurt Biden. You want him to win the election. That's pretty dang obvious. Twitter's hack material policy states that it does not permit the use of our services to directly distribute content obtained through hacking that contains private information, may put people in physical harm or danger, or contains trade secrets, though the platform does currently allow leaked and hacked material from other sources, including WikiLeaks, to be shared. What the heck, Twitter? You claim to not like fascism? This is what fascism is. Fascism is rules for thee but not for me. That is what fascism is. You claim to be against it, and then you do crap like this. This is why people hate Twitter. This is why I don't spend much time on Twitter anymore, because I'm tired of this bull crap. All right, let's see. What is the article in question? Smoking gun email reveals how Hunter Biden introduced Ukrainian businessman to VP dad. Ooh. Hunter Biden introduced his father, then Vice President Joe Biden, to a top executive at a Ukrainian energy firm less than a year before the elder Biden pressured government officials in Ukraine into firing a prosecutor who was investigating the company, according to emails obtained by the Post. Okay, here's the deal. Some people are saying now, oh no, Biden didn't pressure people in. He didn't pressure. Government officials in Ukraine into firing the prosecutor. He never did that. Except he's literally on camera saying it. Ted Cruz tweeted out just a moment ago. Joe Biden literally admitted on video that he pressured Ukraine to fire the prosecutor. You can watch it here yourself. Doesn't matter for the Twitter disinformation campaign. That's no other way to put it. There's no other way to put it. Pesky facts getting in the way. But facts don't matter as long as the narrative carries us through. The narrative is all that matters. Protect it. The never-before-revealed meeting is mentioned in a message of appreciation. That Vidium, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Burisma, whatever. An advisor to the board of Burisma allegedly sent Hunter Biden on April 17, 2015, about a year after Hunter joined the Burisma board at a reported salary of up to $50,000 a month. $50,000 a month. That is $600,000 a year. I could sure use some of that. I could use 50,000. I could use 1 month of that. That'd be pretty nice for almost every American. Dear Hunter, thank you for inviting me to DC and giving an opportunity to meet your father and spend some time together. It's really an honor and pleasure, the email reads. Good grief. An earlier email from May 2014 also shows this person, reportedly Burisma's number 3 executive, asking Hunter for advice on how you could use your influence on the company's behalf. The blockbuster correspondence, which flies in the face of Joe Biden's claim that he's never spoken to my son about his overseas business dealings, is contained in a massive trove of data recovered from a laptop computer. The computer was dropped off at a repair shop in Biden's home state of Delaware in April 2019, according to the store's owner. Other material extracted from the computer includes a raunchy 12-minute video that appears to show Hunter, who's admitted struggling with addiction problems, smoking crack while engaged in a sex act with an unidentified woman, as well as numerous other sexually explicit images. Oh boy! The customer who brought the water-damaged MacBook Pro for repair never paid for the service or retrieved it or a hard drive on it, which its contents were stored, according to the shop owner, who said he tried repeatedly to contact the client. The shop owner couldn't positively identify the customer as Hunter Biden, but said the laptop bore a sticker from the Beau Biden Foundation, named after Hunter's late brother and former Delaware Attorney General. Photos of a Delaware federal subpoena given to the Post show that both the computer and hard drive were seized by the FBI in December after the shop owner says he alerted the feds to its existence. Good night. Let's just for sake of doing it, let's check the factual analysis of this. Article credibility grade 58% ish. That's mostly based in New York. Site quality. Post is medium, and the author credibility is medium, but the tone of the is pretty neutral, and the source quality is not great. But even if let's give the factual the benefit of the doubt here. Let's give Twitter in this instance the benefit of the doubt. Why is anyone still running Russiagate stories? We now have proof positive that Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, and Joe Biden worked together with the FBI and foreign intelligence agents to pull this story out of thin air and manufacture evidence just to target the Trump campaign and make him look like a bad guy. Why is anyone still allowed to run a Russiagate story if no one can run a story like this? Okay? Twitter reportedly suspends Trump official campaign account after over video relating to New York Post Hunter Biden report. We already read that article from National Review. So here it is again on Daily Caller. This is crazy. This is communism. Do you like this? Do you like any governing body being able to dictate what information you have or can't have? Okay? Because Twitter is supposed to be a platform, an open platform for free sharing of information. That's what it's supposed to be. But they are looking more and more like a publisher. Publishers control the traffic on their site. Publishers are responsible for the traffic on their site and therefore have to curate it carefully. Twitter is now curating information on their site. Twitter, are you a publisher or are you a platform? Are you a publisher or are you a platform? Because do we want publishers being able to dictate what information we see? I know YouTube's been getting some pretty heavy flack about this over the last couple of years. Facebook, not as much, but they have seen a little bit. But Twitter's really been bad about it. Same with Google. Twitter's been really bad about stuff like this. Google has been not necessarily censoring, but downplaying conservative information and upplaying Democrat and liberal information. This is communism. This is fascism. And I know it's not necessarily a popular belief to equate the two. The two are much more similar than many people would like to believe. They are. If you the biggest thing they have in common, rules for thee but not for me. And that's what they're doing right now. They're playing a dangerous game of we're going to spread our information but not yours because we don't like it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Twitter? What are you going to do, YouTube? What are you going to do, Google? Rules for thee but not for me. See, I live by a general rule. I've said it 1,000 times. I'll say it again. Never do to your political opponent what you wouldn't want them to do to yourself. Don't do to someone else what you don't want them to do to you. Okay? Treat others the way you want to be treated. Very similar rules there. If you don't want your political opponent stuffing their agendas down your throats, you don't stuff yours down theirs. So what does that mean? If you don't want the political right to censor left-wing media, then don't censor right-wing media. If you don't want Christians to if let's say you're an atheist or you adhere to some other religion, okay? If you don't want the Christians to force you to live by their lifestyle, then you don't force them to make your wedding cake. It's that simple. Don't do to someone else what you don't want them to do to you. Thanks for watching. Like I said at the beginning of the video, please go hit that subscribe button, like this video, share it with your friends. I don't have a big marketing team. Like I said, I'm literally just a dude in an apartment building sharing whatever information I think is important in easy to understand ways. Trying to break this cycle of communism and fascism that has infected our big tech corporations and companies. So I will see you guys here tomorrow.